Anyway, hey, what's up, guys? It's me, hyperchris3, and yeah, I'm doing another Sonichu reading. This time, well, let's actually talk about what happened last time, since I had a few issues with the stream last time. Allow me to give you a quick synopsis about what happened. So, Kristen Weston Chandler, the guy you see with all the rashes in the stream currently, that guy right there with the Sonichu medallion, he got the ancient powers in the last reading, and with those powers come great responsibilities, like trying to get a girlfriend, which is the main purpose of this comic. Also, in the previous comic, Sonichu 3, it was revealed that Kristen Weston Chandler had, not Kristen Weston Chandler, but the chaotic combo was introduced in that live stream. What had happened was the chaotic combo had obtained their powers and were now main staples in the Sonichu series, helping Sonichu defeat Blatchu in order to get the Master Sunstone. So that's what happened last time. But now we're currently on Sonichu issue 4. This one is a tough one, and it's one of the biggest turning points of Sonichu. Not the biggest turning point, but one of the biggest turning points. Let me tell you, this is one of the worst parts of Sonichu, and I honestly don't want to read it, but I'm going to read it because I love you and I hate myself. We all know that. Give me a quick second. I'm actually trying to send some links to a few friends who probably don't want to watch the stream as I'm streaming it. Yeah, Sonichu 4 is one of the worst ones because it entails Christian's love life, and as you're going to see, we're going to get into that fairly soon. Hey, what is up, indeed? Yeah, I'm looking at the comments right now. Just checking out some of the friends, some of the little boys, the gang, and such. Yeah, just give me a second, guys. It's gonna take me some time. Alright, guys, so let's get started. Sonichu 4. Again, this is one of the worst ones, to tell you guys the truth. Okay. A Sonichu special. Sonichu 4. A Sonichu special. Kristen Weston Chandler's Love Quest Saga. As you can see in the background, there are the villains. My wooden badge was delicious. Virginia is for virgins. True love is illegal in Virginia. You'll never get away from loneliness. And then you see a girl crying in the corner box. You may be wondering who that is, but it's going to be revealed in this comic, and I don't want to spoil it for you. As Sonichu, if it's spoiled for you, it only gets less magical as this could possibly be. Again, as you've seen in previous reading, all Sonichu materials copyrighted March 2006 by Kristen Weston Chandler. It's his original character. Do not steal. On to the next page. All right. So we start off on this page here. You can see the little blurb to the right, but we're going to just kind of try to ignore it. I'm going to zoom in real quick so you guys can just experience the magic here. So, Kristen Weston Chandler in Jerk-Op-Tastrophe. Sigh, well, it's been over a year and 7 months, and I still haven't attracted a boyfriend-free girl. This love quest makes me suffer some frustration and other things that add to that are my loneliness. So many failures and all those men other than myself because they have taken all the pretty girls. Leave me with none to choose from. Oh. Yeah, because, the reason he doesn't get a girlfriend is because all the men in the world have taken them away. That's actually something he believes, by the way, folks. Just to give you a little inside hint. On to the next page. So, again, on to the next page. And those evil jerk-ops won't leave me alone either. I'm just a lonely, frustrated virgin looking for true love. Oh. Hey, I'm calling you out. Huh? I'm sick and tired of your complaints and tears, on and on about how lonely you are, and how you need a girlfriend. You're nothing but a lowly liar and solicitor. And that's the truth, folks. Shock! How dare you, you jerk! I'm only looking for true love and trust. So just leave me alone, you villainous jerk! Op! No dice, my fellow jerk-ops will fight you and force you to leave. I don't want to fight, but if it's necessary, I will defend myself. Cuff 'em! And so Kristen Weston Chandler uses his powers to move his arms up in the air and then kick the jerk-op in the nuts. I'd better transform quickly. Electric hedgehog power. And he transforms using the Sonichu medallion as seen in issue 2. Then he turns into, and we'll get to the next page. Christian Sonichu. Here we go. Let's rock and roll with things that make you go, Everybody dance now. Reference to CNC Music Factory. Because, that everything he said made sense. Okay, now watch me. Metal armor, equip. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Rocket punch. So the jerk-op, now in his metal armor, rocket punches at Christian Sonichu. He jumps into the air and clunks the jerk-op in the head using a mega kick. Next, the jerk-op uses a back missile and launches it at Christian Sonichu. Christian then uses double team. The jerk-op laser beams at Christian Sonichu, but he mirror coats and reflects it in front of an American Eagle store. Bam! Thunderbolt! My armor! Give up now and leave me alone, and we can end this battle. No way! I'm not done with you yet! And then he pulls out a Glock and shoots at him, but Christian uses barrier because that's totally a move he had before. Fuzz. The bullet falls to the ground. Fuzzy wuzzies get you hugs, prickly wicklies get you slugs. You gave me a slug, so you get my ultimate attack. Curse yay, ha may. Get ready for this one, folks. And unfortunately, the page is sideways. Ha! Ah! So he uses his Curse Yameha in front of a GameStop, as I can kind of tell. Ha! I didn't feel a thing. Oh, you will. He gets up, and so the jerk op getting up, and then he slips on a banana peel. Whoa! Smash! Aw, man, my glasses! Chief, your wife just called. She divorced you. She divorced and left you. She took all your things, and she took your children, too. She also loathes you for your filthy smoking habit. No! Says the jerk op. So then Christian says, I have cursed you with bad luck and extreme misfortune. And then next it shows a picture of the Sonichu ball, which has no reason to being there. It's just there. Just accept that, folks. Then Kristen Weston Chandler says in a long text above his head, this would not have happened if you had not challenged and threatened me, as well as not leaving me alone with my ever so frustrating love quest, calling me a lying solicitor, picked on my methods of attracting a boyfriend-free 18 to my current age-year-old girl, whom I can love and trust, and most importantly, handcuffing me on 9/11/2004 for no good reason. I hope that you have learned to never mess with a truly frustrated version when he is on his love quest to share true love and trust with. And then he goes, my soul hurts, so did mine, and my heart was previously shattered too. And that's the end of the first one. There's like 8 more, I think. So, next we go to sub-episode 2. Christian Chandler in Rise and Fall of My Heart. So, as I'm now looking at the chat. I'm getting some statements that it's actually buffering. Okay, you guys. Are you guys catching this? Just trying to make sure that that the stream is at least at a viewing quality, because as you guys know, I'm very bad with live streams. So, sub-episode 2. Christian Chandler in Rise and Fall of the Heart. Christian's previously shattered heart, 20% repaired. Well, it's been almost 1 year and 8 months now since I started my love quest. I'll try to attract after eating my 8 chicken nuggets. Maybe I'll get lucky today. And then a girl walks up to Christian. Excuse me, but... Huh? Says Christian. On to the next page. I heard that you were looking for a girl, right? I'm going to try to use my most, generic woman voice. Yes. I've been looking for a girlfriend. So what's your name? My name is Hannah. I'm Christian, but you may call me Chris. Well, I was wondering if you want to have some coffee at Starbucks with me. Okay, sure. If you didn't know, this is actually a real thing that happened to him in real life. Um, but it's going to be a lot different. It's going to turn out a lot different. He doesn't actually get the girl, but I'm going to explain it when we reach the end of this sub episode. Great. I'll meet you. Oh, great. I'll meet you there in 15 minutes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I would actually believe if he said that in real life while she was like still standing there. Yes, my love quest is finally over. Now his heart is at 100%. Christian Weston Chandler jumps into the air. On to the next page. Moments later. This is so fantastic. A girl has finally noticed me, and we're about to talk, and drink together. Oh, a girl has finally noticed me, and we're about to drink together and talk. I'm so elated. Me too, Chris. I'm excited too, Chris. Yes, Sonichu, I'm so also glad that that all of my hedgehogs are cheering me on. Because, Rosicue was totally there when this thing happened. Why don't you go spread the word through Quickville? She'll be here soon. Oh, okay. Good luck. I'll check in later. Bubbles, Rosie. You're not going to believe this. A few minutes later. So, how are you? I'm fine. So what are your hobbies? Well, I enjoy playing my guitar and reading Chuck Palahniuk. I bet you play great numbers. Chuck Palahniuk is also the director of the movie Fight Club, rated R. I've only played for a couple of years, but I might play for you sometime if you like. That would be great. Also, please tell me about your necklace. Let me show you my Sonichu scrapbook. Let me show you my Sonichu scrapbook. And then he actually shows a picture of his real-life Sonichu scrapbook. Or he scanned the picture of the first page on the Sonichu scrapbook and then pasted it on top of a drawing of what his Sonichu sketchbook was, or Sonichu scrapbook, whatever. Yes. My Sonichu medallion. This is the face of my electric hedgehog Pokemon, Sonichu. And he wonders why he can't get a date. Anyway, after Christian said bye, he gave Hannah a double take flirt. Then he called his family, and he retired to his spot by the tree in front of PacSun. He started thinking and writing about steps for future dates, and checked with his Sprung Nintendo DS game for more tips. We now look in on Rosicue passing by Starbucks, talking to Wild Sonichu on her phone. Yeah, Wild, her name was Hannah. Uh-huh. You'd fall for her too if you were human. Hang on, I have to go hear some gossip because I'm a girl. Well, I'll tell you, I never meant anything. I was just yanking his chain. It was the boss's idea. Do you think he's dreamy? Hannah, I hear bells? Wild, I'll have to call you back. Oh, poor Chris. I'll have to tell him. He'll be so upset, but it's the right thing to do. Chris? So, do angels have mess? That sounds right. Yes, Rosie? Oh, do angels have names? That sounds right. Yes, Rosie? On to the next page. I'm so sorry, Christian, but I have to tell you something important. But I have something important to tell you. I overheard Hannah talking to her fellow Starbuckians. She said that she was playing you for a sap. She is not really interested in you, Christian. No, this can't be, Shock. I'm afraid that it is. I'll go ask her myself. Sonichu, please watch my things and keep my spot warm. Ew. So, a few minutes later. Hannah? Huh? Yes? I've just heard from a friend that you were pranking me. Please say it ain't so. I'm afraid it's true. My friends wanted me to play around with you. They thought it would be funny. Come on, didn't you at least find me a bit interesting? Didn't you care a bit about me? Didn't our mini date mean anything to you? Didn't you want to see me most often? No. Smash! Shatter! Kristen Weston Chandler's heart. 85% shattered. 15% intact. Then, Kristen Weston Chandler says, Please pardon me for a moment. No! On to the next page. Oh, Jesus, this is super bad. This comic. That night at Kristen Weston Chandler's home. Email. So he's now sending an email to her because I guess he knows what her email address is. Hannah, I just wanted to say that I appreciate you being the first to approach and say anything to me. And again, this text wall is going to be one of the hardest things for me to read. Just be prepared, folks. I get very nervous, so I was hoping for that to happen. Also, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me at Starbucks. And I was elated, excited, and butterfly heartful. Butterfly heartful? Anyway, from the positive events. But it was not very nice of you to have led me on like this just to pull a prank on me. I was terribly hurt, but you stepped into my world, and my heart was previously shattered due to the previous events, and it was 20% repaired. After you came in, my heart had a miraculous speedy recovery to 100%. Then, after I learned from you that it was a lie, my heart was shattered back to 15%. There is a lesson to learn through this. Never make a joke or prank at the expense of another person's feelings and emotions. And then we get to the more cringy part. But still, after cooling off, I also want to say that I thought that you, Hannah, looked very pretty. I enjoyed your charming wit and personality, and I thought of you as a nice and lovely girl. If you should ever change your mind on how you feel about me, you may look me up, but please tell me 2 things in your reply. And I'm pretty sure she never actually did reply. And again, I'm going to get to what actually happened after this. You don't smoke, do you? That stuff really turns me off. And are you boyfriend free? Sincerely, Kristen Weston Chandler. P.S. You may take this as a clue, but keep in mind that I did graduate from my school with honor roll. and I did make good grades at PVCC. You may want to look up blank in the search. Excuse me. So, anyway, I'm actually going to tell you guys what happened in, what actually happened on that day. So, what happened was, I think this is when the trolls actually found out that Christian Weston Chandler existed, and so they played a prank on him. What happened was, a girl, necessarily Hannah in this comic, was to ask Chris on a date. And so, while they were on said date, a giant man in a pickle costume, and I'm not joking, this actually happened, a giant man in a pickle costume would steal her away. So, Christian Weston Chandler hates pickles. And so, the huge joke was that a girl that he'd been hoping for was stolen away by the one thing that he hated most, pickles. Yeah, as we go further into this, I'm going to get into more of the pranks that were played on Christian Weston Chandler, and more of them are going to get worse and worse. You're going to start to feel bad for him, but as we continue to read the comic, your pity for Christian Weston Chandler is going to subside. So, anyway, on to the next page. Next, we get on to sub-episode 8. Or 3. Sub-episode 3. Oh God, why must this man make me cringe with this boyfriend-free stuff? What's wrong with the man's legs? I honestly don't know. Blue Jay 20113. I honestly don't know. So anyway, we're currently on episode 3. So we're currently on episode 3. Christian Chandler, and Sonichu in, which confront, because I think he was trying to spell confront, but he thought of comfort instead, and so he put confront. So anyway, we get into Sloweel Ryam. Actually love to voice this character. This character is one of my favorite characters to voice because I just gave her a Swedish accent. Which you guys have probably heard before. But anyway. I've taken many blows in my life, but the most devastating were the blows from that Mary Lee Walsh, or Sloweel Ryam. He changed her name in post-edit, but originally he put Mary Lee Walsh, and Mary Lee Walsh was the dean of the community college he went to, PVCC. So anyway, during my first months of my love quest, she intruded by destroying my advertisements, shattered my heart. And if you wonder what what he means by advertisements, if you see the piece of paper that's being ripped in half in the kind of thought bubble, that's he had this piece of paper that mentioned his sexual availability. It's if you're a woman between the ages of 18 and 23, he's single and very lonely. And then at the bottom it said, if you are a man, mind your own business. And so what happened is, Mary Lee Walsh, who was the dean, she was walking around, she saw him, sitting out in the middle of the whatever. I can't think of the word. And so anyway, he's sitting out there, and he has his eye, he's sitting on a bench or something, and she walks up to him and she rips it in half. And she says, this isn't a way to pick up women. And she was 100% right. But Christian Weston Chandler didn't understand that. He thought she was just being hostile to him. And so, she is the main villain of Sonichu, and she's going to be in the final fucking battle. You guys are going to see that. Anyway. She intruded by destroying my advertisements, shattered my heart, and hurt my soul, and threatened to make me look bad. She must be stopped before others feel her wrath. On to the next page. Ah, jeez. Again, guys, this comic it's tough. It is honestly tough. So we begin to move on to the next page. If it actually loads. Okay, there we go. Slowly coming in. At PVCC, in the office of Mary Lee Walsh, the Witch of Hearts. Double, toy and trouble, burn in cauldron bubble. I shattered the hearts as I please, and I hard with greatest of ease. Shatter. Who dares intrude upon my negative influence? My name is Christian. I am here to stop your heart shatter. But more specifically, in the name of Christian Weston Chandler's heart, I shall punish you. That enemy line imposed is so old, but I'll destroy you with my dark magic. So, she shoots an energy ball, and then Christian dodges it. Then he thunderbolts at Mary Lee Walsh. Mary Lee Walsh spins her staff and deflects it. Then she shoots more dark energy balls at Christian. Then Christian double teams, and then manages to block it, and then she explodes. On to the next page. Come on! I was told never to hit women, but if you insist. So then, Chris Chan Sonichu, I should begin using his correct name. Chris Chan Sonichu mock punches Mary Lee Walsh in the face. Then she kicks Chris Chan Sonichu in the balls. Then Chris Chan Sonichu mega kicks her in the tit. Then she stabs Christian Weston Chandler in the heart, and he transforms back. No! She found my transformation spot. Then the panel sideways. You can kind of see a thunderbolt coming out of the side, and that's supposed to transition into the next page, which we're going to see. But Christian Weston Chandler is very bad at transitioning. So I had to explain it to you, otherwise you guys probably wouldn't have understood what was happening. I mean, I barely understand what's happening now, even after having read it. So, Christian, you are also Christian Chandler, huh? Well, I took your heart and soul, so I will finish it. And you will never attract a boyfriend-free girl ever again. Goodbye. And she was planning to kill him, but unfortunately, this is not going to happen. He is saved immediately on the next page. Bye. What? I stood by in case something happened to my father. Sonichu. I was down, but now I'm up. Father, since you will not leave me alone on my love quest, we have no choice but to fight you. And so they talk in tandem with their, shitty combination speak. Hee hee. Mary Lee Walsh. One shot is all we get. Because I don't understand why they have one shot. They just say that because unneeded tension. Curse ye, ha, may, ha, thunder. And then they combine their attacks in a shitty Dragon Ball Z move. On to the next page. And then she dies, but not really. Yes! And then they high five. The end, ? As you can see in the corner. Next we move to sub-episode 4. Christian Chandler in Mick Attack. And if you can't tell, he's at a McDonald's. So, well, it's been over 1 year and 10 months now since I started my love quest. I still haven't found an 18 to 23-year-old boyfriend-free, caring, smoke-free, non-alcoholic white girl to build a relationship from the ground up with. You can see how high his fucking standards are with this. I detest the men, except for my father and me, because they take all the pretty girls, leaving me with none to choose from, except those lowly black women. He didn't actually say that. I'm just like criticizing his like incredibly crucial standards that he has. You'd think he'd be digging for the bottom of the barrel, but no, of course he wouldn't. He's Christian Weston Chandler. This sucks. I'm very lonesome. And there are people around here who do what they can to keep me from the propel around here. Uh-oh. And there are propel around here who do what they can to keep me from getting one. I feel the world is against me finding a girlfriend of my own. Sigh. I really like these wings I earned at the anime convention. I failed the level up, smiley face for some reason. So he got some anime wings from an anime convention, and he put them on his head for some reason. So he's listening to music from his Nintendo DX. On to the next page. Wait for it as it loads. So I'm going to try to do a very for the golden guy. I'm going to try to do like a smoker voice. Oh, what now? What do you think you're doing here? I'm B Manager, and this is my partner, Married Senior Comic. And we are the McDuo of the city of McDeville. McDeville of MC. I'm just going to say MCDville because I'm not saying McDeville. MCDville of the region of Malwart. You can tell where he actually was. He was at McDonald's that was inside of a Walmart. You guys know the ones that I'm talking about. You know when you go to a Walmart and they have like a McDonald's in it? Yeah, that's pretty much where he was. Except like in this comic, or in these comics, he describes them as regions. We've heard from the Jerkief of Far Square that you came here to find a girlfriend. It is illegal here in the region of Malwart to mate at all. And then we have this guy with bionic limbs. Hey there, how you doing? I have bionic limbs to keep me going. Jerkief was in sub-episode 1 of Premiere Issue 0. He has sent us a pair of his mechanical mecha jerk-ops to intercept you, solicitor. And then Christian Weston Chandler spews out a giant speech bubble. Oh, that's it. First off, I'm not a solicitor. I'm only trying to find a boyfriend-free girl. And ever since I've started my love quest over a year and 10 months ago, I've had a lot of trouble from people, mostly men, who were all against me finding a girlfriend of my own. And I still carried on with spelling out my situation to find one. So no matter what you do or say, I will not quit. When he says spell out his situation, he means his sexual advertisement. On to the next page. Shoosh. Bring it on. Then we will fight Mecha Jerk-Ops. Attack. Swish. And then they're immediately cut into shambles. What the? Ha ha! Ha ha! Who goes there? He's here, my latest hedgehog hero. I am the savior who dashes in the night. I am the Link who will save our beloved Princess Zelina Rosicue. I am Darkbind Sonichu. If you're wondering who Darkbind Sonichu is, I'll tell you. He's a combination between Sonichu, Link from Legend of Zelda, which is pretty obvious, and Darkwing Duck. You know, from Toon Disney, from the Disney Afternoon. You guys remember Darkwing Duck, right? Because that totally has everything to do with Sonic the Hedgehog, Pikachu, Legend of Zelda. It has totally everything to do with that. You know, Darkwing Duck? Darkwing Duck. God dang it. Okay, on to the next page. It's good of you to come to my aid, DB. I had to come, not just because you're mayor of Quickville, Virginia, but my creator. Then now it's time for action. Electric hedgehog power, and then he transforms into Christian Sonichu, and then his retarded anime wings, that was probably like barrettes for women, that he put in his hair, transform into actual wings. And so now he looks like a retarded Mario from Super Mario 64. Super Christian Sonichu. Remember Super Mario 64 where you got the wing cap? Yeah, this is a callback to that. Wow, my anime wings became real wings. I bet this was done with my ancient powers. I can fly. Awesome. See issue 2. Don't actually see issue 2. Don't. Honestly, if you're going to read this comic book, don't read it directly like I am. Have someone read it for you like I am to you guys. Anyway, but if you try to read it yourself, you will die like I am right now. Darkbind, let's get him. Okay. And so they fight. The Mecha Jerk-Op makes a sword out of his arm and then proceeds to fight Darkbind. On the next page, if it loads, the Mecha Jerk-Op swings, Darkbind blocks. Now stand down, worthy adversary. And this is, if you haven't seen the film, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, this is a horrible butchering of the scene with the Dark Knight. Now stand down, worthy adversary. It's only a scratch. A scratch? A scratch? Your arm is off. No, it isn't. Then what's that then? I've had worse. Liar. Come on, you pansy. He cuts his arm off. Victory is mine. Princess Zelina, I will collect the balls and away. Kick. Bionic legs? How about you? And he cuts off all his limbs. All right, T. We'll call it a draw. If you have seen the film, it makes you sad. Anyway, meanwhile, Kristen Weston Chandler's flying in the air next to the black mecha jerk-op. Then he spin attacks. He uses aerial ace. He uses a Pokemon move because he just knows aerial ace now. And then he attacks the jerk-off. The jerk-off pulls a gun on him. Double team. Don, which one is real? Thunderbolt. It actually kind of hurts to do. 1 second. That tears it. Pixel blocks. Substitute. Then you use the substitute using some pixel blocks. Ow. On to the next page. Yeah, this one is a doozy, guys. I'm being serious. This one is. This is going to be a tough one to do. No. For love, trust, and a girl for me, I shall smite thee. Sky uppercut. And then he sky uppercuts him in the back, while you can see the McDonald's store clerk in the bottom right. He got you too, eh? Shut up. Well, Chris, I have to go, but I am glad that I was able to help you in this battle. Thank you, DB. I'm off. And then next we have Kristen Weston Chandler, who has an egghead now, to scold the jerk-ops. Now, as for you two mana jerks, the pain that you both are feeling now should be punishment enough for going against me in my quest for a boyfriend-free girl to love and trust. I do not care about your rules either of you or your male or any other male other than my father and myself. But let me make it perfectly clear that in my quest, it is very hard for me to find a girl due to the infinitely high boyfriend factor. And I do not want to risk getting a punch in the face from a jerk. Also, since ladies are unable to notice my person because they are mostly have shopping on their minds. Wow. Misogyny much? Anyway. Yeah, because that's totally why they decide not to notice you. Because they're shopping. I have to loudly spell it out. So, please just leave me alone in my love quest. On to the next page.
Not if I have a say in the matter.
Why? Who goes there?
I am the one who rules Malwart region. I am the one who will destroy all of your pitiful hops in ever getting a girlfriend of your own.
Where those clowns have failed, I shall triumph.
I am the WM manager. Ha ha ha!
Gasp! Oh my! To be continued. Next we see a picture of Kristen's MySpace. And I'm not going to go over it because I did it in the last live stream. So I'm going to just skip this because I honestly hate this in every way, shape, and form. Jeez, again, this is tough, guys. This is hard. Next, we see a picture of Kristen Weston Chandler holding Axe body spray. This is actually one of the most infamous pictures from the Sonichu comics. Considering from this, we think that people have actually come to the conclusion that Chris believes that deodorant is a substitute for showering. After using Axe body spray, I feel scintily delicious and confident. Seriously. And then we scroll down to the bottom. Wow, sweet bolt. You smell great. Did you bathe? No, my heart sweet. I use the Orion scent. Then may I orbit your belt? Axe deodorant and body spray. Onto the next page. We go to sub-episode 5, which is the Mick Attack Part 2. Christian Weston Chandler. As you may recall from the previous sub-episode, Darkbind Sonichu and I kicked those McDeville, damn it, I told myself not to say that again. McDeville manager's behinds. Darkbind left after the battle to continue his quest for victory. His quest for Princess Selena Rosachu's reawakening. After my victory speech, the manager of Malwart region barraged in to challenge me because, you know, you barrage in to challenge someone. Which brings us up to date. Have some fistful fries. Bam! Ah! And he gets punched in the face. Again, every villain in the story, I actually like them. There are a few villains that I hate because, well, this is Christian Weston Chandler, and I hate most of the characters in this, but I like the villains because they hate Christian Weston Chandler, and so do I. On to the next page. Just waiting for it to load. And then Christian gets... He flies into a soda machine. Oh, man. All this soda pop gone to waste. I better take a shower and then come out smelling like a flower. 3 seconds later. That was a mighty quick shower. That was so funny. Now I'm mad. Yeah, dough.
Ha ha. Ha ha. Try to get out of my evil grip.
Says the manager of the Malwart region. Don't sweat it, Chris. There's a way to defeat him. What? Ancestor? Darn it. I should have transformed even. Then would I become able to defeat this manager by myself? So this part is hard as shit to read. So allow me to try to read this. Again, this is hard as shit to read. Hello, Chris. It's you. It's you. Good to see a friendly face, but I'm in a real bind now. So what advice do you have for me, wise one? Look. What? Do you recall how your powers made your wings real? Yes. My heart torch. What you need is a woman's touch. My heart torch, but it's made from pixel blocks. Yes, Chris. I understand. But I know that combined with your powers, you can use it to summon your dream sibling that represents your gender dysphoria. I mean, your dream sibling. She will be able to help you much better than even your mother even. Help you much better than your mother even. Farewell, Chris. I like giving him a southern drawl, the ancestor of southern drawl. Anyway, on to the next page. Summon my dream sibling. Of course, my twin sister Crystal. Picture from Kristen Weston Chandler homebrew Yu-Gi-Oh cards that he made. Crystal, the female twin. I get the heart torch. There it is, with the rest of my stuff. On the table. I may be unable to transform, but I can still attack. Electric hedgehog attack. Growth. And then he grows. You can see a picture of, you see the green guy. This is Wild Sonichu, and he was from the last live stream. Wild Sonichu actually has the power to use growth, I believe. But the thing about it is, Kristen Weston Chandler can summon all of their powers at once. Yeah, wrap your head around that one. He can just use his powers by thinking, oh yeah, he probably has those powers, and then he just uses the power of plot convenience to, just summon their powers out of fucking nowhere. Anyway, uses growth. He flies out of the Malwart's manager's hands, and then he breaks his spine and then slaps a chair. He pulls out a gun, then Christian uses a retarded Naruto dash to avoid the attacks. Heart torch, glow! And he uses his heart torch to transform. On to the next page. And then from it, he splits into two. And dun 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 dun. Fancy thing you in the flesh, Christopher, my brother. I'm going to give her like the stereotypical homosexual man voice. I'm elated to have you here too, Crystal, my sister.
Oh, swell, there's two of them now. That makes my job a lot harder, but I'll do it anyway.
Zap. Gasp. Get down, brother. So there's like numbered dialogue, and I'm going to try to find where. Okay.
Oh, great, another hole in the wall. Great, another hole in one.
I guess. I think the manager said that. Anyway. Thanks for the save, sis. No problem. I see your medallion. Do you possess the ancient powers too? Yeah, and I can transform. Yeah, and let's do it to it. And then they transform. Electric hedgehog power, patoo! And then they both transform into dun 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 dun. Onto the next page. Let's wait for the load real quick. Crystalina Rosachu and Christian Sonichu. Zap zap, and then they both use, Christian Sonichu uses Mirror Coat, and then Crystalina Rosachu uses Reflect.
No!
Yeah! Double corkscrew kick. Brrr. Hi, sis. Let's finish him off. By combining our ultimate attacks, you read my mind. Of course, let's do it. Shocking tiara. Curse ye, Hame. Ha! magic. And then they combine their attacks together. On to the next page. And then it flies and it knocks the jerk-off's head off. Or the Malwart manager's head off. I knew he couldn't get him either. Yeah, we should go back to the PVC citizens. Wow, just ahead. It shows that he can never be left behind. That was so funny. Anyway, that's a good one. But seriously, I have a few words for this manager.
Oh, great. Oh, boy.
And you know what that means. A giant fucking text wall. Give me a second. The lisp. It takes a lot out of you. How dare you intrude in my brother's long and enduring quest to find a boyfriend-free girl. And not only that, you also had the nerve to attempt to hurt him emotionally and physically. How would you feel if you were in his situation? You'd understand that spilling it out is the only way to find the one true girl to make into a girlfriend from the ground up, especially since he's very shy. But I pity you. Because you have nobody, which leads to the obvious conclusion that you have no heart. You're missing out on some awesomely great emotions. Big time. You can't possibly feel the intense emotions from having frustrated hormones as well as having his loneliness, you jerk. Why don't you just... And then Kristen Weston Chandler for the first time ever actually does us a favor and stops her midway through her speech. Okay, sis, I feel that you made your point. Thank you. But what I want to know is, who sent this jerk?
Fine. I'll tell you. I'm from the private villa of corrupted citizens,
PVCC in short.
And I was sent by its president, Mary Lee Walsh.
That witch? Is it so like her to attempt to murder my soul again? Let's send this bowling ball flying back to that witch, sis. All right. Let's kick on hike, sis. Hut, hut, hike! And then they kick him. And he's sent flying into the air. On to the next page. Meanwhile, at the private villa of corrupted citizens, aka PVC citizens, come, Crystal, I'll treat you to lunch. And then you have this orb, which will be explained later. Or I think it was explained a few episodes ago. Yeah, it was explained in episode 2. The purple orb is this person named Count Graduan, who the ancestor, as the guy who has the hard southern drawl, he sealed him into that orb. Hey, you'll get his soul yet. Curses, that Chris has thwarted my efforts again. Bonk. Ow. Well, I guess it couldn't get any worse. Tweet, tweet. Cuckoo. If she thinks he'll never find a boyfriend-free girl with his method, then Mary Lee Walsh is cuckoo. Next, they have sub-episode 6, but right now we're like an hour and 5 minutes into the stream, and honestly, after I just got off from work before I started the stream, and I'm actually really tired, really tired. So guys, this is going to be the end of the stream. I hope you guys had fun watching. Like you'd have fun watching this. But yeah, this is the end of the stream, and stay tuned for more streams in the future. I'll see you guys later.